Morning, everyone. Time for the weekly update. Starting where we always start. Yes, this week I did dig out some of the compost. So that's about as empty as that's been in a long time. That felt good to get that done. Just another job. My volunteer, apparently it's a cucumber. I'm trying to keep the grass away from it, but as you can see, not doing a great job. Got my kale growing. Not really taking off too much, and I probably should thin it out. I'm not sure if it's bad to let it all keep growing or not, but just leaving it go for now. There's the dreaded maple tree. It's gonna feel so bad when I cut that down. Hey, yellow squash. A lot of these plants are starting to die down, but yellow squash hasn't been overly productive, but as you can see, I'm getting some off of it. Some more coming on. This one I haven't hardly gotten any off of it, just a few. But, growing season's still going. As you can see, the cucumber apparently got bacterial wilt on something on one of the branches, but part of it's still alive. I don't know how well that spreads through the whole plant, if I should cut that off or not, but who's got time for that? Still putting on cucumbers. I've got one down there that needs to be picked. So, never got a ton off of it like I would have liked, but just enough to feed me, just not enough to share, which, like every other gardener, you love to share what you grow. Milkweed's coming to an end. That made the bees really happy this year. Let's hope I don't regret it and have too much milkweed next year. You can see the cucumber plant growing all the way up into the tree, kind of by design. This summer squash hardly did anything. Got big, didn't really produce any squash. I got 2 or 3 off of it. This zucchini squash plant did very well. Probably gotten 10 to 15 at least off of this one. Another one growing. There. Used to have a problem with the vine borer. Used to come every single year, but this is the second year where I've had really good luck on it. Okay, so to take care of my deer problem, topping off my tomatoes, I put in some netting. And in the process of doing that, I used to have 2 of these cucumber plants. Now I got 1. I don't know what happened to it. Buried it somewhere, stepped on it. I have no idea. Here's the pile of the compost. And then this here, I made a batch of Carolina Reaper pepper spray. Spray my plants and keep the deer off of it. But anyway, here are the tomato plants. They're doing pretty well, starting to take off now. This one's really doing well. I believe that's one of the cherry tomato ones. So, even though I got a late start, I think I'll get something off of them. Not really sure I want to jump over there, but as you can see, the bell peppers are doing great. We'll get a closer view when we get over there. I have been checking my leaves on my squash plants because, as you can see, something's laying eggs. I have found so many of those. Pick them right off. So, this plant has not done great. As you can see, I do have the cucumber beetles. The nice bees in there doing their job. Look at them go. do have another bee, another squash ready to be picked. My melon over there, I am almost thinking it's a pumpkin. And looks like I have another one. This one grew super fast. And just bees everywhere. This is so awesome to see. Almost in every single flower, there's a bee. I can hear buzzing around me everywhere. Just look at all these yellow flowers. And just bees in every one of them. Man, that is so nice to see. What's that? Not really sure what that is. That could be another pumpkin. Not sure the bees are enjoying my company this morning, but they'll have to put up with it. Got more compost. For some reason, the eggs don't break down as quickly as everything else, but that's fine. Green beans, starting to get a bunch of green beans, but not enough yet for a single meal. I just throw them in with my breakfast burritos or something else. This plant looks like it's ready to have a lot of them picked. Maybe we'll have some in our first meal. Maybe make those tonight, but not every plant has them yet. Some plants don't have any. Plenty of flowers getting ready to start, but there's some. And then I have this plant here. This is a different kind of bean. I just don't know what yet. Do a little more weeding. My gherkins, cucamelons, whatever you want to call them. I'm starting to get a lot of them, which is making me happy. They're okay. I mean, they're not the best tasting in the world, but it's starting to get a whole bunch. They're nice for a quick little snack. And as you can see, I mean, it's kind of stopped growing. It went pretty high up there, grew all over this metal cage. Trying to grow the butternut squash up this, but it's kind of stopped growing too. A lot of growth stopping. It's my garlic. I should have thinned it out if I was even going to try it. I'm not sure I'll get anything, but it's fun to try. I got butternut squash. Sure, I didn't really see it over there. And here's the volunteer tomato plant. Time to get some tomatoes on it. Looking like it's a cherry tomato. There's the big pumpkin, if that's even what it is. Oh, pretty cool. Got more eggs. There's eggs everywhere. I feel like I'm doing a good job of killing them because I'm not seeing a whole lot. Here's the new cucumbers for when the other ones die out. Doing pretty well. No cucumbers yet. A tiny one there. Oh, there's one. If you can see it in there. And there's the bell peppers. Bell pepper plants are starting to do pretty well. I did tie them up the stakes, so hopefully that'll help. I feel like I miss something every week, but hopefully I got everything this week. We have been power washing this back patio. As you can see, it does a pretty good job. You can see exactly where we haven't done it yet. And still got that section to do. And we'll be done. Lemon trees, the same as always. No lemons, no flowers. Just kicking along. This, where we took the raspberries out, I don't know what this is. If anybody knows, let me know. It just comes up in by the thousands. And I would say it's morning glory, but I haven't really had morning glory here for a while, and where would all these seeds have come? I mean, I just don't understand how that many, or whatever this is, grows. Okay, I also sprayed all this with the pepper spray, because the green beans seem to be the favorite snack of the mammals around here. And the green beans are taken way off. I think it's the Kentucky pole bean. Didn't bother picking the coriander, just let it go to waste. Never use it. No green beans though. I'm starting to get some peppers. So that's a nice big one. That's pretty cool. Raspberries, I've actually been eating raspberries. Not a ton, I never get a ton, but enough. My second planting of the squash. Look at that, 3 cucumber beetles in there. Well, that's depressing. Kill off those things. And more eggs. I like to see the bees kill those cucumber beetles. The Scarlet Runner is doing very well, growing wise. But how long does it take to get beans? And as you can see, I have some deer damage, which I did spray this, so hopefully that'll, if you can kind of see the brown spots on this, those are the reaper flakes. But it jammed up my sprayer, so it didn't really work that great. But how long does it take to get beans? Why am I getting no beans? If anybody knows, let me know. Other than that, it's growing great. Another zucchini plant, squash plant. Now you get some flowers, but no zucchini. I need to come through and give it a quick weeding. Let's see it back there, but Mr. Spider, morning. Okay, a couple cucumbers. Radish plant still putting on flowers. I did harvest all the green onion seeds. Don't know what I'll do with them, but I got them. The bell pepper plant's here. One good pepper there. One good pepper back there. Not doing great. It's a shame. Grass is starting to take over the red potato field. I'm sure I have plenty of potatoes in there. And this is, I'm pretty sure, one radish plant right here. Hey, look at the size of that thing. I have no idea what's all in it, but it's a bush. And I'm pretty sure that's one radish. Carrots are still doing great. Oh, look at that. Bastards. 2 of them. I think they're afraid of the reaper spray. Let's go see if we can scare them off. Yep. They're not fans of mine anymore. Carrots starting to go to seed. Lettuce has never gone to seed. I mean, it's starting to go up. Never went to seed though. And it's been hot. Another radish plant. Bunch of pods, I'm sure will be eaten by the wildlife. I'm sure these turnips are beyond edible at this point. That's a shame. Just never got around it and have the time to harvest them. And I get the Swiss chard. Still eating it every day. Good stuff. I should say it grows well and is easy to cut up, put in your burritos, your eggs, whatever. It does taste like dirt though. That doesn't bother me none. Asparagus looking good around all the wood. Raspberries. What it looks like, everything I transplanted over here, that one definitely is going to survive. These two still have some green on them, so I'm assuming they'll survive. And this one, and the rest will probably die. That's okay. That one has 2 green leaves back there, but we'll see. I got my weed soup brewing still. It's gonna start smelling. I probably need to get rid of that. It already kind of smells. And then the bell peppers. I mean, every day I say I'm gonna come out here, take care of the weeds in here, because it would look really nice. Maybe help the growth, I'm not sure, but you have a bell pepper there, a bell pepper there. Looks like there's none in this one. It's a shame. So that's all I got from there so far, but I said still plenty of time. Oh, it is July. So anyway, that's what I have going on right now. Kind of sad seeing stuff starting to die off, but it's just the way it goes. I'm also starting to eat plenty of it. If anybody has any questions, comments, anything else you'd like to see, or suggestions, I can do things better. There's a lot of pods there. Hopefully they can survive. Love to hear them. I say I do this every year, but I'm by no means an expert. So anyway, thanks for watching, and hopefully see everyone next week.